Welcome back, friends. Today I'm really excited because we're going to take a sneak peek look at the WorkSharp knife and tool sharpener. This is the model MK.2. It's not even in the stores yet. It's going to be out April 1st, which is about 9 days from now. This one right here runs $99.97, and it's going to replace the original one. And what they've done is they've listened to you guys over the years to see what ways they can improve this. So they made it really simple to use so you can get in and out sharpening each knife in about 3 to 4 minutes. And this is really streamlined as far as the features, so you don't have all the guesswork. So let's open this up, see what's inside. We're gonna test it out on some knives and tools. I'm hoping this video is going to explain everything you wanna know about this. So let's take a look. So here we go. All right, what do we have in here? So this doesn't need to be said, but your knives are about to be really sharp, so cut with caution. So I've heard people say that a sharp knife is actually more safe than a dull knife, and I have to agree with it. After having both, you'll see what I'm talking about. We have several belts right here, all different grits. So here's another little item right here just to help remind you how this works. So you actually stop the belt when the tip is in the middle of the belt. I'll show you what that's all about. Okay, let's take this out. Wow, this is lightweight and portable. This is great. So if you want to bring this with you somewhere to go sharpen something, like a friend's house or some family's house, this really isn't that difficult at all. So right now I can tell that this is in the storage position right here. I know that because I watched the WorkSharp live stream that was on their YouTube channel. And then right here, we just have this hard stock paper right here that is a guide right here, just kind of all in one. You can just quickly see what you need to know about it. And then if you want to go more in depth, then they have this instruction manual right here. So I just went to page 9 here in the instructions. So I just wanted to confirm. So this right here is the 80 grit, the green. So this is going to be for your tools. And then the medium grit is the 220. This is, they call that the red one. It's kind of brownish. And then this right here, the purple, this is for the honing. So this is going to be kind of like the final polish that you're going to put on it. Or if you're sharpening your scissors, you're going to use this. Or if you're sharpening serrated blades, this right here is what they recommend. And then all these belts are 1/2 inch wide. And from what I've seen, if you're just sharpening some knives here and there, you're going to get probably at least a couple years out of these right here before you need to buy replacement belts. But if you're doing some real heavy stuff, then you might only get about a year out of them. So now I'm going to show you what you do to get prepared for sharpening knives. So the first thing you're going to do is check your speed between 1 and 2. Now 2 is going to be for sharpening tools. 1 is going to be for your knives. So we're going to go with speed 1 because we're going to sharpen this 4-inch outdoor knife right here. This is by Milwaukee. It's a fixed blade. So we're going to prepare for this. So the next thing we're going to do is make sure we have the right belt in here. So to change the belts, you push that down and twist it, and you can take a belt out. Right now we do actually have the correct belt in here. If your knife is already fairly sharp, you just need to quick touch it up a little bit, then you might be able to just get by with this purple one right here. So a lot of times when you change belts, the alignment might be off where the belt might slide to the right or the left. If you need to change that, behind there is a screw right here. So you either turn that clockwise or counterclockwise, and that will align your belt right there. Okay, so you can see the belt is aligned properly. We're going to put this guide right here back on. So that just slides in place right there. And you can see right here, there's a little toggle. You go up or down. So the up position is for kitchen knives. It's for 20 degrees. It's fixed on that. You push it down, and then it's for outdoor knives, and that's 25 degrees. If you have some like Santoko knives or some, I believe they're called like Japanese knives, they might have a different angle on them, and they may be like a 15 degree or 13 degree. So then you might want to go to a different sharpener, like one of the Ken Onion editions, which I have reviewed already before. I'll have a link down below in case you want to check that out. But this sharpener right here is just really designed for your basic knives right here and your tools, so you can just quickly get in and out. It's not complicated. You don't have to overthink things. Just very simple. So right now we have it down for the pocket knife, and then right here, this either flips up or flips down. In the down position it says grind, so that's when you're sharpening your tools like your shovels and other things like that. Go up and it snaps into place and it says sharpen. So this right here, I'll show you with the tip of my knife right here. I'm going to point right there. That is the rest. So that's where you rest the back of your knife on. So the one thing that WorkSharp heard from you guys is they wanted some different edges on here because the other version had something that would collect some of the dust and the shavings, and then it would actually potentially scratch your knife. So with the leather ones right here, it won't do that. So now I recommend you read through the manual right here just so you can really understand how it works. But what you do is you're going to go through about 5 times or so. If your belt's worn, then you're going to want to go more. But you're going to just keep going that same direction, and you'll feel just like a little burr on the side right there. When you go enough to start feeling the burr, then you'll do the same equal amount on that left side. So if you do it, let's say like 7 times on this side till you feel a burr, then do it 7 times there, and then take that belt off and switch to the purple one. When I was watching the WorkSharp live stream, the guys there were talking about the sharpener, and they said 4 things. They said to remember place, power, pull, and stop. So you place the knife in there, you pull the trigger and you power it, and then you pull about 1 inch per second. And then when the tip of the blade is in the middle of that belt right there, then you let go of the trigger and you stop. So I recommend getting a knife to practice on, something that is maybe a little bit of your beater knife, I'd say. So I'm going to just show you what I've learned. So I'm going to rest it against there. I'm going to rest it right there. So watch this. One. We'll do 5. 2. It just takes a little practice. 3. 4. I don't always get it right. 5. So you're going to feel a little bit of a burr on there. It's pretty minor, but you'll feel one. Now go to the other side, do the same thing. We're going to do 5. And you're just going to try to follow that curve of the blade. So there's just a few things going on that you're going to try to have to coordinate here. So now we're going to switch the belts, and we're going to take the 220 and go to the purple one right here. Okay, ready? And then we're going to alternate now each side. We're going to do this probably like 4 times. So that definitely feels sharp. Let's get some paper. So one way you can tell if a knife is really sharp, just put it gently, be very careful, just put it on your thumbnail. If you feel it biting in right there, it's already, like, you can see it scratching. It's just biting right into it. If you have a dull knife and you put it on your fingernail, it's going to just slide right off. So right now I can tell that this is definitely sharp. So my favorite way to see if a knife is sharp is to test it out on some paper. So you can just see going right through it. That's sharp. So I'm very impressed with this, and it's nice and quick and easy. Once you do it a few times, you can quickly and easily get the hang of it. So I definitely recommend this. I think it's something you need to check out. So one of the things I've shown before in some of my knife sharpening videos, this is what I call the extra credit. So a leather maker made this right here for me. So this is like the smooth side leather, and this side is the rough side. So on the rough side, I took some of that green paste chalk stuff, the tool chalk. And then what I do is I just, after sharpening it, I just go over probably like 4 or 5 times per side. And then I switch this way. It's kind of like what the old barbers used to do. And then take this side. This is just like that little finishing touch. So this is something that you could definitely make yourself. So it's just 2 different sides of the leather, and it's probably about 2 inches by about 12 inches or so. And just something I keep handy when I'm sharpening stuff. So one of the other knives that always seems to be at the top of the drawer right there is this one right here. So I've never sharpened this, and I know we've had it for, I don't know how many years, just like 15 years or so. So I put this on my fingernail. It does not bite in at all. And one of the beverages that I drink pretty much daily is iced tea. So I'm always cutting a lemon. So once in a while I'll grab this knife right here. And when they say that a dull knife is more dangerous, I do find it with this right here. So this is actually, I'm glad I'm making this video so I can sharpen this knife and we can see the before and after. So I'm trying to cut, you can just, I'm actually pushing down pretty hard. So let me try it again. So it's, you know, I have to do some sawing back and forth several times. It doesn't just bite right in. So Now we're gonna move these lemons out of the way, and then we're going to sharpen this up. So now we alternated 10 times back and forth on here. Oh yeah. I can feel this thing bite into the thumbnail. That is awesome. I'm loving the difference right there. So now let's take another look at slicing a lemon. See how this works. Oh my gosh, effortless. The other time I was really pushing a lot harder, and that's why dull knives can be dangerous. But when you have a sharp knife, it just glides. Oh man, check that out. So now we moved inside my house, and we're gonna use this knife that I just sharpened to see how it works on some of my favorite late afternoon snacks. So we have some cheese and we have some summer sausage right here. Yeah, very nice. All right, this is so much better. Nothing like having a sharp knife in the kitchen or outdoors. So here's one of my trench shovels right here. It's a 4-inch. I've had it for a little over a year. It really had a lot of use last summer when I was burying an electric line from my house to the well. It's really heavy clay. It ran into a lot of stone and some roots and things like that. So I just want to touch this up a little bit because when you're digging a trench, it's just nice to be able to have something go in fairly sharp. Okay, I'm gonna go put the dogs in the house. Here we go. All right, we can see some nice shiny metal right there. Now let's do this side. Oh yeah, that's gonna dig in the soil much better. Okay, so this has been a first-hand look at the new WorkSharp MK.2 right here. So if you have any questions on it, if there's something that I left out, please let me know. I'll be happy to respond. So my goal of this video is to put this to the test so you can see if this is right for you in case you're considering the purchase of it. If you want to find out more, I'll have some links below where you can check it out. So once this has been out for a little while, you can see some of the reviews on it as well too, to see what other people say besides me. So if you enjoy this video, you find it interesting, helpful, and informative, please give it a thumbs up and help support my channel. That's it, friends. Thanks for watching. See you next time.